Welcome back, guys. Volunteers Inc., in partnership with the National Education Trust Net, has launched the 2000 Visions Project to provide free prescription glasses to 2,000 children and young adults across Jamaica. So to tell us more is President of Volunteers Inc., Devar Bailey, and Director of Donor and Partnership Management, National Education Trust, Keisha Johnson. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
I love this. This is amazing. I remember the first time when my primary school, when they came in and said, boy, you know, we're going to test your eyes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. But the truth is, I wasn't seeing so clearly at all.
I was just going to ask, where are your glasses?
They're in my handbag.
Okay.
But can I tell you the blessing that you guys are really, though, to our students, because there's so many kids in schools trying to do well, and it's not occurring to anybody at all that let's get their eyes checked. Let's just see if they're able to see what's happening on the board. Give us really, I'm assuming that this is really the inspiration behind this project, right? Yeah?
Yes, and let me just tell you really quickly the inspiration. So it actually came out of my personal experience. I mean, similar to what you had mentioned just now, I was in college, and you know, I've always found myself at the front of the lecture theatre and even our tutor sessions, and I'm like, for me, it wasn't a big deal, right? I just thought that I couldn't see them. Let me just go up to the front. And then there was a session on campus where they were testing eyes, and I went by and got the test done and found that my eyes were terrible.
But you're lucky enough to figure it out in college. There's some kids who are labeled as dunce, or they're not learning, and nobody realizes because they
cannot see.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's where it came from. And then the cost was an hindrance for me as well. So that's why this project came up. So let's try to see how we can screen these kids, find out from early what the challenges are, and then provide a solution.
Can you tell me a little bit about Volunteers Inc.?
So Volunteers Inc. really is, so we're a non-profit, we're a registered charity here in Jamaica, and our function and our core function really is to provide an opportunity for persons who want to give back to do so through impactful projects such as this one. So we're not restricted to any particular area, so it's environmental, social, health, and so on.
Yeah. Since you started on the mission, what are the numbers like that you've discovered?
It's fast, it's eye-opening, and trust me, it is not good. Would have seen over 246 kids. Roughly, of that, 181 actually showed up sometimes to do the assessment, and we found that 66% of those kids needed correction glasses. We found a young man, for argument's sake, who had cataract in both eyes and had no clue. A child, she was always in front and she could not see. She had to be, here is the board, and she had to be here. And the situations were worse. It's really.
So how did NET get involved now?
Well, as you know, NET is the arm of the government it's the charity arm of the government that bridges the gap in the schools. So where the needs are, we mobilize resources to meet those needs. And so when Devar reached out to us, we were like, absolutely. And earlier in the year, we had another donor who wants to do something similar in schools with a very similar story like his, where she actually attended camping and she was not doing well. And it was because she was not seen properly, right? And so we thought, oh, excellent idea. We know the need is great, and we want to help our kids to learn and do their very best. And so when he came with the proposal, it was a no-brainer for us.
So the solution goes enhance quality of life, improve educational outcomes, and promote health equity. All very noble goals. Talk us through the phases. Which phase are we at now? We have 4 phases here. Where are we? When did we start?
So what would have done, would have started on the 25th of October.
Yes.
And this was our pilot phase. So we're using St. Thomas as the somewhat of a testing ground to test the process and so on, to ensure that
Why
we
is
have
that?
a smooth
Is that where
process.
you're from?
I am from St. Thomas. Right? Yeah, but just a bit. That's my parish. And my volunteers are always saying, St. Thomas. I'm sorry.
And to be honest, St. Thomas, a lot of people say to us, we're the forgotten parish. A lot of schools complain
that's so
about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is true.
So during this phase, our pilot phase, we're looking to run a project end to end. So from the screening to the testing and securing the prescriptions and the provision of glasses from end to end.
So great.
So so that's where we're at now. And then once that is completed, we will then now attempt to roll the project on a parish-by-parish basis. Next, we're looking to start in Portland, St. Mary, and so on. And while we try to secure funding for the remaining section.
Yeah, and it's at no cost to the children?
Nothing at all.
Oh, wow.
So, and we're looking to not just provide just any glasses for these kids. We're looking to provide with all the necessary. So you're talking about transitions for those kids, blue light blocking because we know they're looking at their reading
screens,
and so on. So we're looking at providing quality correction for these kids, not just the plain lens.
And what if on your discovery process you realize that they need more help? How do you manage that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So a part of the project, and this is great. So a part of the project is the screening phase is one. Next will be our diagnostic phase, where the doctor, the ophthalmologist or optometrist will see these kids, and then they will make a final assessment and diagnosis. And then if the child requires secondary care, then that referral will be made. What we're trying to do now is to see how best we've been in discussion with the ministry to see how best we can get assistance from, the Cuban Eye Care program to see if possible, if we can refer those kids to that program so that they can the surgery if necessary and so on for those kids. But that's our conversation that has been a little bit.
It's a part of the journey. Part of the journey, my brother.
Yeah. And in terms of the partnership, because we work with a lot of different donors from overseas and locally as well, we're bringing them in.
Lots of synergies, man.
Yes, exactly. It's so important. We can't do it alone. And so we have another group out of the US who will be coming in December
to do the diagnostics.
So, and they're coming, I forget what university they're coming from, but they're bringing ophthalmologists and some students.
Over 15 doctors. So the team was over 15 doctors.
That will be coming in and they will help with that.
This is where NET kind of comes in to kind of leverage. Take your big boy power and you say, come on.
Bring along everybody along.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So they've been very instrumental. They have provided a lot of connections for us. The doctors, what we found was that getting doctors to participate in this project has been a headache, to be honest. I would have reached out to quite a number of local doctors. Not getting the traction, but through NET, would have made quite a number of connections with persons in the diaspora who would come to Jamaica to the missions. And they are now leveraging that to get the doctors in to see these.
And locally as well, we have to say, because, can I mention Courts?
Courts is looking to
So in one of our connections in Canada, there's a group that comes there almost annually called Friends of St. Thomas, and they do eye care for free. And when I connected with them, they connected me with Courts Optical here in Jamaica that does something similar at a smaller scale. And when we met with them, they're like, count us in. We'll be on board with this.
Fantastic.
And so, it helps to...
Yeah. Well, what I hear you saying is that there's no shortage of people who want to give.
People are willing.
That is the point.
They're willing. They just need somebody to coordinate.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Volunteers Inc. is around that. So what we're trying to do is that we're trying to start those impactful projects and then collaborate with everybody anywhere who wants to help and who have the resources and who wants to give back. So NET being the coordinate and resources into that impactful project.
Yes
2,000 kids from end to end.
Yes.
You have a price. You have a price tag on it.
So it's quite an
into the millions
project.
of dollars.
Yeah, it is quite expensive.
Tens of millions.
Tens of millions. But the thing is, our part of what we're looking to do is to, we have approached quite a number of corporate sponsors. I know quite a number of, for example, Scotiabank has expressed interest in working with us. We've been in discussion with Chase Fund and a few others to see how we can collaborate on this project to make it a reality.
Yeah.
Love that.
Gosh, let me tell you, when you can see, it opens up a whole new world.
It does.
If I don't have on my glasses, I cannot even hear. Tell me you don't know.
No, it's true.
It's true.
It is true.
It makes you show you how London, My mother look for me because she's blind. This is a great project. You have to go. Find out. You wanted to say something?
I'm just saying, just as a final one, for our experience for the project so far, the impact is tremendous. The kids that we've impacted so far has been very eye-opening and heartwarming for myself as I know NET as well.
You just said eye-opening.
So we're looking to expand this and to make it even better.
And anybody wanted to get in contact with you, how could they do that?
Sure. So you guys can email me at volunteersinc at info@volunteersinc.org. Our website is www.volunteersinc.org as well. All our information on the project is there, contact information and so forth is there.
Gotcha.
Yes. We love a good...
Yeah. Yes.
We love support. We love a good two organizations working together to change.
Yes.
so
No man
many
is an
lives.
island.
Very good job.
No man is
Yeah.
an island. Thank you both for being here this
Thank you for
morning.
having us.
Thank you for having
Look
us.
with the project. President of Volunteers Inc., Davor Bailey, and Director of Donor and Partnership Management at the National Education Trust, Keisha Johnson. News, second edition of News in 5, up next.